Hi, everybody. Can everybody hear me this evening? Am I being heard? I'm supposedly an absolute amateur at actually being heard, so am I being Well, Rose, Thorn Reacts, I am so glad to see you here and saying hi to everybody. I'm just gonna Can you hear? Oh, good, thank you. I actually invested into a brand new microphone today, so I'm hoping that um I hope the volume and everything, let me know because it has all sorts of different types of settings and so forth. So let me make sure my computer is plugged in too so I can jump in. But hi, everybody. Nice to see you all. I know that, and I did not realize that Are You Serious was going live at the same time I was going to go live because I was just planning to I had said I was gonna go live today, and I had initially planned to just do a foodie review of her, um, eh, whatever nonsense she had going on with her deleted posts. So I'm glad you're here, Rose, because I'm gonna borrow a little bit of what you played, from her deleted post, because that was basically all I was gonna show. So, the reason why I want to play that is just kinda to set the mood and, the sort of temper that Chantel may have been in when she recorded the mukbang. I have not seen this mukbang. I was just getting ready to do this. I was planning to do, just taking a peek at whatever Chantel had going on, catching up with that, catching up with her, um, just anything, and then glitters and lasers and Amberlynn Reid potentially. So I had like a whole different plan. Hi, Em. Hi. Everyone's waving. It's waving in and out. Can you hear me better now? Audio isn't very good. Oh shit. Okay. One of my friends. Let me turn it up. Okay, let me turn it up. What about now? Is that better? Is that better now? I may have been too low on the mic. Is that better? Let me know. Because I'm still testing it out. God, I hope not. This was a very expensive microphone. Let me try it this. Let me press this button then. What about now? Is that better now? Yes? Oh, the mic was better even with the muting? Is it still bad? Sounds good to you? Is it still going in and out? It's oh, sorry. It's not the volume, it's the echo. Oh, okay. Well, if I do that, is that less echo? I don't know. I don't know how to test this. I tried to test it just to make sure it was working. Yes, it's a Blue Yeti. Look at Rose. How do I make it sound better? Oh, the old one was better? Oh, really? Try different settings. I tried okay, let me try this knob. How about that? It's still bad? What about that? Is that better? What if I change there's like a button in the back that I push. What if I did that? Is that better? Still bad. I mean, I still have the other mic. Don't worry, I haven't given it away. I've got the knob here. Is that picking it up any better? Still bad? Really? Dear, that's terrible. Okay, hold on, there's something in the back here. There's, like, different ha still the same? Still bad? No changes? Shoot. Alright. Well, this is going back to Best Buy. Give me 2 seconds to pull out my other mic. Darn it, I'm gonna say you know what? So sad. Wow. Wow. Okay, well, let me get into where Rose, shows the poll about the deleted video. Let me bring that to stage while I then bring over my own mic. Let me see what that was. Was it right at the beginning of her video? Oh, I'm so sorry. Ugh, let me see. Ugh, alright, this is a disaster. I am not happy with this microphone at all. Is this her deleted thing here? Yes, okay. Alright, so let me stop this. Let me bring this up. Make sure this is what I'm looking for. Yes. Why am I moving? No, this might be something else. Okay. Alright. Well, okay, let me change the mic. I apologize. She's in sync for me? So it depends what want the sound to come in. The lips aren't in sync either, like, they want the sound. Your lips are oh, jeez. Okay, let me get my other mic. I have my mic setting in the knob back. I have my mic set on the setting knob in the back first setting, the symbol that looks like an 8. Mhm. Hold on, let me see this. What looks like an 8? An 8. And it's a heart. I have a heart or a circle. I have the heart on at the moment, and now I have the circle on. How's the circle? I think the circle is supposed to catch everywhere on me, but you said it's not syncing between my mouth and my all the way to the right on the knob. Okay. You mean, like, go all the way right on the knob? The knob just keeps twisting and twisting and twisting. Was it supposed to just keep on twisting? How's it sound now? Terrible? 'Cause I can change out. Yes, it still sounds terrible, or yes, it sounds better? Alright, let me find uh, Rose, what minute better? Okay. Does it sound better, everybody? Sounds fine? Hear me? Is it better? Okay, I keep twisting this thing to the right. How's that sounding? I see you hey, Lori! Lori's Lori, you see me synchronizing now? Oh, good. Oh, sounds better. Alright. As I start to turn should I stop there now? I appreciate you guys helping me do my audio check. Ta-da! Is it's all good? Thank you, Jesus. Okay. Rose, do you remember at what minute you brought up the deleted Mr. Snowflake post? 'Cause I kind of wanna give that, uh, background of where he or what sort of mood maybe Foodie was in today, 'cause there's been a lot of, things that have been said, and I'm just she waited all day, but we know that the coin monster is out there, and Foodie gotta make that money, and her ult of not having any personal details, the settings I have to do with the sound coming in from and how it's being recorded. Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna try to see where you spoke about, Foodie's, posts that she then deleted today. Didn't she post something and then deleted it out where she made an apology post? I was gonna try to find the apology post and try to set kind of the mood she was in. I can't remember where in your video, so let me bring this to the stage and see where it was. Alright, I'm gonna bring Miss Rose's content to the stage. Alright. Stop screen? What screen stop? Okay. Alright, can I present, share the screen? Okay. Alright, we are gonna share this sorry. Fake apology, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so is this Rose about the time when you went over her deleted apology with Mr. Snowflake about this point in your video? 'Cause I don't wanna jump around. Um, I know you showed some other things from other people, or was it earlier in your reaction today? And I'm gonna link this video in my description later on. All right, I'm gonna play and let me know.
Why am I even entertaining their BS? I do have one other video coming about some drama, but it's closure video. And beyond that, people can say and think what they want. I'm seriously
Can you
so
guys
tired of
hear
going
it?
back and forth between
Okay.
entertaining the BS of it all. Why do you need closure? How many times have we heard from Chantal? I'm not talking about this stuff anymore. The end. But yet she doesn't want to end it because she's got nothing else in the way of content. She could think of no new ideas. Isn't it interesting that she puts all of her effort and her fire and her work into the negative content? Like she'll sit down and she'll brainstorm whatever new ideas and new arcs of negative stuff to do, but much simpler, more positive stuff. She doesn't know what to do. The gaming streams suck. The cooking vlogs suck. The mukbangs certainly suck. The life vlogs suck. The couples channel vlogs suck. Positive content
Okay, that's
that
what
could
I
be
okay.
made more positive, that could be
That's what
more
I wanna
entertaining,
say.
but she puts the most effort into the negative versus the positive. You don't need closure, Chantal. When you're done, you're done. You know, like this is not an airport. You don't have to announce your departure. This is courtesy of Perfectly Imperfect, and this is from the live stream she did. I'm not going over this because there's so much trash. But Perfectly Imperfect put this clip up. Not Foodie Beauty admitting to stalking Dee Dee's YouTube and knowing what she's writing on her community post. She continues to obsess over them. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine that, y'all. This guy, he's so acting the way I did about your docu-series.
All right. So I found where not to end that part, but I found where oh goodness. So this is Chantel's old room, everybody, that she used to have. Let me play this. And then we're gonna actually oh, okay. 3421. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. 3421. Okay. All right, right here. Thank you, Miss Rose. I did want to show this old room though. That's that with the poor cat and the situation of the cat at the time. Let me play that. Oh dear.
But look, watch Chantal. And then Pete was, I'm not going to show this part. He was kind of rough with BBJ and it ticked me off. Ticked me off. Let's breathe. Okay. This is from Hidden Truths. Foodie Beauty. She's not sorry. She's mad because she got backlash from her reaction and wasn't well received as she wanted. You're not sad for LBG. I'm sorry, that's Light by Jen. For Light by Jen either. You laughed at her death and made fun of her after. The issue is you. It's always been you. It's you because it's the truth. So here is the apology post that Chantal got rid of. And there was no reason for her to get rid of it. I mean, if you apologize to somebody, why wouldn't you leave it up for them to take notice of so they know you're sorry? Why get rid of it so quickly? But her apology post says, at Mr. Snowflake, I want to apologize for reacting the way I did about your docu-series on me. I forgot that you did Light by Jens, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, it saddened me, of course, but you used her words, and I like this style. You did the same with mine, and I have to admit, watching the trailer made me cry, and I guess that's my problem. I have to figure out why I feel this emotional response by watching. It's hard to see the mirror before us sometimes, and I just lumped you immediately into the same category as hate channels who dehumanized me for so long. You do the opposite, so I apologize. Also, it is wrong of me to have issue with others discussing my life when I'm a public figure. I don't agree with defamation and I hate, but this is not what your content is. So there's the apology. Do y'all see anything in this apology that would warrant her having the need to get rid of it?
Okay, so Does my sound good, everybody? And Zephyr, thank you so much for that super sticker. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, I didn't realize that there was another much bigger and much, another creator and I went live, and I think we both released it at the same time. So I checked before I released my thing, and then I saw. So I did not mean to sort of, hit at the same time. But anyway, is my sound sounding much better now before I start going on ahead to everything? Okay, I just hope so, because I would hate to just sound terrible, because I get so many complaints about the sound, the quality of my stuff. So I went out and got this Blue Yeti today that was on sale. Oh, much better? Okay. Yes, much better. Oh, good. Oh, excellent. Okay. Thank you. Oh, fabulous. Okay. It's supposed to have broadcast. It was just a setting. Yeah, I thought I was gonna have to, it was just a setting. Okay. All right, good. I'm so glad. Let me hope I can keep the settings of this place then. So thank you, Rose, too, for, and as I said, I'm going to be dropping the links to her description to this video where she went a little bit over this. So I don't know, and I guess as a medical professional, one of the things that I am interested in Foodie is that she has, this back and forth going with Mr. Snowflake. There's a lot of focus on her at the moment, and her having sort of put victim shaming out there and done some really quite bad things, to the point where I felt compelled yesterday to release my own video talking about my time with somebody. And I hesitated to release it, but part of it was due to the fact that I wanted to kind of show when somebody is truly a victim or survivor or going through that, you are at a different level of mindset. You are certainly not laughing and giggling and just doing all the things. And I think I've had a lot of interesting information come through in my comments in regards to how, if the charges had been maintained, or if the charges were in fact true in Canada, even if Foodie had decided that she did not want to go ahead with the charges that she said that she brought against this gentleman, and I don't try to get too much into the drama, is that she would not, they would still go ahead, is the crown, or not the crown, sorry, pardon me, where do I think I am? She would still go ahead and not be able to drop those charges. The country, the nation, I don't know how they how they call, it's a Commonwealth of Canada would correct. Okay, would be, thank you. I am correct. Would still press the charges and go ahead. So she is not in control once those charges are pressed in Canada. They would still pursue it. The courts in Canada would still pursue this gentleman in regards to any allegations that Chantal had made, whether Chantal decided to go ahead with those allegations or not. So I have personally, obviously, I talked about the time that I obviously had to take somebody to court, and I know I'm not been alone in this experience. I have had so many. She actually went to the cops. She came back a while. We didn't see her talk. Right. And so what else happened? She also had a couple. Yeah. So she's out here trying to garner sympathy from, new people coming on to YouTube, because it's becoming a bigger and bigger platform every day. It's no longer just thought to be where, crazy people go and live stream for, 48 hours straight or 3 days straight in their house, which was kind of, or watching educational tutorials. It's, older, different, there's a whole new sort of people always coming onto the channel. And so she always has new people that she can kind of rope in and twist her story and her narrative around, and obviously to bring them in. So here she is out here And we'll just get into this video because I know everyone's got to get on with their evening. I got new glasses, so if I'm fiddling with my glasses, it's because I have my new glasses on today. And so, yeah, you know, I don't know what to say about this other than as I have had many diabetic patients over the years, there are often so many that tell me they just can't eat hummus. Oh, she parked there. She parked at the sorry, I keep jumping back. She parked at the darn place for the at the police station, but never filed a report. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's and for anybody who's been through anything, I think for me personally that you you always want to support anybody's story of any type of situation that they've experienced that makes them feel like they need to go to the police. But when you're misusing those services in order to gain something or manipulate something or change a situation, and then still years later use that to be able to not have somebody, she wanted to scare Didi and Nada would go home. Yeah, okay. Yeah, unfortunately, it's a lot more intense. I think she suddenly realized I don't think I think she knew that if she went in there and started to make charges, that she would have to, if she didn't go through with it, that Canada would, the court system would there. I don't know if it's the Providence would or how, that's done in Canada City. I don't know how that is, in my here in the States, it's, through the city. So yeah, I think that's pretty wild. So anyway, let's get into this food thing because it's like 30 minutes long, man. Chantel just like, geez, I don't like, oh, that's right. My flowers are still alive, okay? And I had to point out that my flowers are still going because Chantel's arc of not sharing her personal business about her weight has already come to an end. But my flowers are still here. So my flowers are still outliving Chantel's arcs at this moment. I think my flowers have almost outlived Chantel's sciatica arc, and my flowers outlived her "we don't talk about my personal business" arc. So that's all she does. She doesn't stop. Okay. Hopefully, Nightbot isn't in here being a bugger either in the live chat. Okay. Let me get over to Miss Chantel and see what she has going on over here. Uh-oh. Unicorn Pontus put his positive vibe. She must not be very positive. You know what? The funny thing is, all right, if you actually put, and I want to show you this. Oh, shoot. I just want to show you, Chantel, how YouTube sees you in my algorithm on the computer. Well, it might be because it's just me. I don't know if when you just type something in, if it's based on your search history or is it based on, but anyway, let's bring it to the screen. I'm going to take you off, Miss Rose. Oh my goodness. Let me get me off because my nose is so red today. Post-surgical. Okay. So let's look at this one over here. Okay. So I just put Foodie Beauty into my computer real fast. And hopefully she's coming up okay on the sound too, because I tried to make sure that like the input was coming from one place and the output from the other. I tried to get a little bit into taking stuff. Take a night nap. Take a nap tonight, Nightbot. Nightbot's being not nice already. I thought Nightbot wasn't. I disabled most of their functions. I promise you, Nightbot has very little. It has very little power now. They have no power. Nightbot is absolutely powerless tonight. The good news is that Foodie is continuing to add to my book 2 of the Chronicles of Neuropathy, which will be coming out, which is The Rage, the Witch, and the Snowflake. And so she's doing a great job when I put that one together, because the neuropathy series is just continuing to go. Thank you, Foodie, for the neuropathy series here. All right, so I put my Foodie Beauty in. First comes up garlic bread, then comes up piggy, then the fact that I'm over here on a live. Thank you, all 73 of you. Make sure you hit the likes and subscribe and, so forth. We've got Miss Are You Serious over here. I did not mean to coincide. It was an accident. We got Mr. Unicorn Pondu. And then finally, I get to Foodies. I get to Foodies nonsense. Okay. Okay, let me get back to the beginning. Hold on. All right. Okay. Okay. Are you guys ready? Practice before foodie. Are you guys ready? Just make sure I put all my trigger warnings out. So just make sure that everybody is warm hugging, and I just hope that everybody is doing well. My little June bug is over here. We took a really nice long walk in a beautiful park before we actually came on live today. So, and then like I said, for all of you who've shown such wonderful sympathy and shared such just great comments in my recent upload, where I did respond quite emotionally to Foodie, because it was hard. I questioned whether I should release it. I spoke to my therapist about that, and she said to go with my gut, and my gut said to me, release it. So I'm going to try to take some time tomorrow morning. I have no errands to run, I don't think, are on my calendar. So I will be sitting and trying to catch up with comments. I did catch up with some today when I was at lunch, so I'm continuing to try to do that. So I just thank you all for all that. Okay. All right. No night bomb. Okay, good. Okay, so all of you who are new subscribers, who may have found me through that video, thank you, and thank you for joining me tonight. And let's just get into Foodie, man, because once I see her start eating, all right, we got to make sure. Oh, it was helpful. Well, thank you, May. Thank you, May. Thank you. I got some really nice comments, and I really appreciate it. So thank you. Yeah. Just that's not the thing that you use to try to rustle up an audience, or try to get people to think, oh, I better show this person sympathy because this gentleman is going to release. She is petrified about this documentary, as you could see from what Rose was saying. She's absolutely petrified. Absolutely petrified. Okay. I got my stethoscope on, so I've got my nurse's hat on. I've been a night nurse. This is sometimes when I come alive. Salty Barbie here. Nurse Barbie. More support. She's here. We've always got her here because we need her here. We need her here. So yeah. And trying to give depth and interest in my background here. So there we go. So yeah. Foodie says, I ate this every day and lost 10 kilograms. For those of you in the United States who are not familiar with what a kilogram is to a pound, it's 2.2. So she's trying to say she's literally lost 22 pounds over the last 10 every day. We don't know how much for every day. Is it every day since last week? I don't know. Maybe she'll let us know. We don't know. Yeah, it's bollocks. It's absolutely lost 10 pounds. Okay. For the lack of the only way that Chantal could have lost 10 pounds, lies. It's bollocks. It's lies. It's all of those things. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can't. As I've always said, I just kind of came over here because anyway, let's just get into this. Nobody wants to hear why I'm here. All right. And all of you who are here, I appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Let me make Chantal big.
Foodie Beauties.
Oh, let me get. Oh no. Oh gosh. Oh, sweetie. So cute. Okay. I think we already need to stop. There is only one way to avoid criticism. Do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. Well, Chantal, you certainly are being nothing most days of the week on your YouTube channel, other than being a, you know, I can't even with her tonight. She's just being, I'm trying to be polite, okay, because I'm a professional. But she is being an example of what not to do and what not to be. And she's out here trying to look like, who's this? Socrates? Plato? Who's she quoting over here? She is just getting insane on her like Mad Lib quotes over here. She is, you know what, Chantel? If you're gonna quote somebody, because obviously I don't think that you wrote this, or maybe you did. I don't think so. Can you cite the name of the person who wrote it? Could you take the time and the courtesy to include the name of the person who wrote the quote? Because it's not your word, Chantel. She's deep as a pinner pocket. She's absolutely as deep as a pinner pocket. She thinks she's Plato over here. She absolutely does. You know what? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, she needs to. She's just like stealing things from people. And as my friend Dalai Lama says over here, because if I'm going to put a quote out here, I'm actually going to make sure that I cite who says it. And it's from the Dalai Lama. And I'm sure I destroyed his name because we know I destroy everyone's names. It says, be kind whenever possible. It is always possible. Well, I don't know how kind we can be tonight, Mr. Lama, Mr. Dalai Lama. I know who it is. I know. I'm just being a little bit silly. I'm not. Oh gosh, there was one part, and I'm glad I just ended Chantel's rage reaction the other day, because she was just getting to a place of such xenophobia and just, it was terrible. More like Plato. Absolutely. All right. You just Chantel, I thought the criticism didn't bother you. We didn't think it bothered you. You said you don't watch reaction channels and it doesn't bother you. So why are you, putting up uncited quotes on your channel before you tuck down to 7 pounds of hummus? Lord of my life, this woman. All right, let's keep going, Chantel.
Well, hello guys.
Oh
How are you? How are you? Welcome to dinner time with Foodie Beauty. So under the table, I have my cat waiting to have some chicken with me, and this is a meal that, you know how I had that big weight loss when I was like in bed, and you know.
Yes. Is this diabetic trying to tell me over here with her unmanaged diabetes and 14 filters on to make her look slim and that puffy side of the face? Everybody thinks she's swollen on that side of the face, Chantel. It's not just me. I'm telling you, I'm getting my nursing eye right here. I got new glasses on today. I got a nice pair. Got new lenses. I got my eye. I'm watching you, and I see that swelling, and I'm seeing you with a sugary. Is that a? Okay. All right. Let me get my pointer out. This is a family feast. Okay. She loves it when we say it's a family feast for like 15. This is what I would think you would put out like on the table as like a spread for the family to get, like everybody gets a bit of that meal. Skin looks really bad. She doesn't look good. It's a half a chicken. Oh, absolutely. Half a chicken. Yeah. Let's go through what she got here. So, oh, she's got this, okay, fruity looking juice here. And it's the big one. It's not the small drink. It's the full size. And I'm sure it's a fruit juice. And usually diabetics are not advised to drink fruit juice. I'm just going to tell you as the nurse. You should, I got my stethoscope on. I get so much. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. I get so close every day to get to 2,000 subscribers and actually being able to put my nursing license onto my channel. Oh, I can actually put some validity behind this. Anyway, so yeah, here we go. She got a big old fruity juice here. Just enormous. Look at the head of just the fruit there. I would say grams of sugar into that. Oh, gosh. Fruit juice has some of the highest quantities, and that's a big thing of fruit juice. I wouldn't be surprised if she looks very, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that were not at least, oh my gosh, 50 some grams worth of sugar in there. And this is a diabetic not covering with insulin prior to her eating all of this stuff. She just tucking on in. Okay. We haven't seen her. Have you noticed ever since she's not shown her blood sugar in quite some time. The blood sugars, ever since it broke. So we don't know if her blood sugars are gone. Then she's got a big sack of bread over here in the packet. So that's a lack of portion control right there. No portion control. When you're just going to stick it right there and not just break a piece away, and she shouldn't be having bread. Okay? So this is already no to you, Chantel, for your medical conditions. No to you, Chantel. So anybody that you are trying to convince to people that you lost 10 kilos, you must be going into muscle atrophy from lying around. So you lost muscle mass because muscle weighs more than fat. So maybe that's all you've lost, Chantel. It's more muscle because you're lazy and you just said, I have a sciatica. I wonder if the sciatica is back or not. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's keep going through this terrible meal. She's got, and I'm sorry, I'm hiding it a little bit here, but she's got this big old sauce here. I mean, it's huge. I mean, we'll find out what the creamy sauce is. Half a chicken, fries, great. And then just this enormous amount of salad. I'm glad she's eating salad. If she wanted to have this healthy for a diabetic, get rid of the juice, replace with water and ice. Get rid of the bread, get rid of the fries. Take the skin off the chicken, girl. Take that grilled, cut it up. How could she ignore her diabetes, Jan? Well, didn't you know, Jan, if you ignored a problem, it just goes away. That's how it works on Foodies World. You just go away and ignore the problem. That's what happens. You just like, oh, blood sugar 400? Oh, well, I'll eat some more bread. I'll have a backup sandwich. Chicken grease, yeah. And that chicken grease also is good when you don't have a gallbladder and fatty liver disease. Sounds like a good plan. Yeah, absolutely recommended for all diabetics out here. Absolutely. And so if she really wanted to be healthy, the salad doesn't look like it's been attacked. I don't know. I hope that's not a bowl of dressing over there that she's about to put over this salad. If she just wanted to squeeze some of the lemon onto the salad, maybe add a little salt and pepper. Not very much salt for foodie. Look at this. And then a little grilled chicken. And if she wanted, and then she would be covering, she could get maybe some grain in there to add to make it more of a little chicken bowl. Sorry, but this didn't fill her up. No, I know that's what's so terrible, is that for most of us, this would be probably a day's worth of food. And this for her is not. And this is so dangerous. It's not, in my professional opinion, going to be long before she is just really going to start going down. I think all of that walking around and trying to act like she had all this energy. There's been so many questions about why she hobbled on that leg. I get asked, does she have a DVT? I get asked, is it potentially the fupa coming down and rubbing? Could it potentially be neuropathy? Could it potentially be sores on the legs? Could it be that sciatica that she talks about? Could it be the piriformis that I thought could potentially be it, because it's to do with the compression and the swelling onto to a nerve, and often is attached to sitting, which she had been doing a lot. I would not be surprised if she had had a DVT or any of these things. I mean, it's just none of this is outside of her realm at this point. So it's only a really matter of time, I think, in my professional thoughts, that her health isn't going to be able to take it. You cannot. She just has nothing in place. For all the years that she has had money, where are the cushions for the couch? Well, that's where she's been lying around on, Rose. It's on the couch. That was the private bedroom. Because she talked about being able to roll off. I bet she wasn't even in the bedroom. I don't know. That's just my alleged nonsense. But yeah, this is just wild. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, Foodie. Let's let you continue. Oh.
People were like, well, you can't lose weight when you're in bed. Yeah, you can. I was eating healthy stuff like this. This was my big meal of the day, basically. Has hummus with olive oil on top.
Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Did I just see an uncontrolled diabetic, raging uncontrolled diabetic, raging in more ways than one? And that's the container of hummus she has next to her? Girl, if you were even able to have hummus, which probably isn't even where you should be at this time. Seriously, it's a lot of carbs in those garbanzo beans or chickpeas or whichever way you want to call them. That is, and the tahini. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh. That is a no. That is like a real no in diabetic stuff. That's like so bad. Oh my goodness. And she's calling this healthy, okay? Chantal, you've had years that you could have, and Cheekbones offered to even help you for free. And we've talked about this. You have actually had a registered dietitian help you quite a lot by this point. And if you had any interest in changing any of your behaviors about your eating, you had access and money to do so. You are just out here causing chaos, and not only chaos in your personal life, which I really don't care about that so much, except when you start to use identity such as calling yourself a victim when potentially you are not that, and that then takes away from those who have, like myself. So that to me is like, stop that. You can't do that. And I happen to have the misfortune of seeing on Zachary Michael's channel, because I won't go to this guy's channel, it's not really my thing, Yo Mama trying to defend you about the fact that you shouldn't have anybody, call you out because you've been a victim of DA and DV and all of these different things, when you really, there's so much proof, and Rose did a really good job of pointing out where this isn't. And Erie Pepperoni also did a great piece about that, and about how you specifically have said multiple times that you were trying to cause a situation. And I don't want to get into the drama of all this, because that's not where I am. I'm just here because there are people who come to my channel who, they themselves or a loved one or a friend or somebody they know is a type 2 diabetic or has a gallbladder missing, and it's trying to figure out, how is it that you're out here doing the wild, girl? It's and this is what you're doing. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. I can't believe it. You are, yes, thank you. Thank you. Yes, she's not a victim. She's a victim for pay. And that to me is, I think, really where that's when you sometimes have to question somebody about whether you don't, look, like I said, I had a hard time thinking if I wanted to put out she was taking blood thinners at one point. Yeah, unfortunately, it's like the person was like, oh, I was fit in high school. Now you're 60 and you're not fit. So, I mean, yeah, what happened between high school and 60? It's like, she can't always, if she took a blood thinner a long time ago, it's not going to be it's not prophylactically doing anything or preventing anything or helping her with anything at this point. Chantal doesn't know how to do anything with medications. She's just bloody hope. She's, oh my gosh. I think she literally is out here she is even more wild than I think people. I mean, she's wild in the respect that her personal life is just messy, but she also is a class A, I think, con artist and manipulator who steals, in my opinion, other people's stories and able to embellish her own life in order to garner sympathy from her viewers, her beezers, and get money and cash and views and more subs and likes. And then that helps deflect if anybody criticizes her. And I think it's all starting to come down on her and cave in on her. And I think more and more people are putting a spotlight on her. And I think we just need to, because for me personally, and I have more scammers, Chantal, that I can move on to after you. You are one girl of many a scam, many an unhealthy person, many a person with the way of using your chosen choices in your life to be this over here to exploit people, basically. All right. You know how I love to get on the soapbox, spreading misinformation. She's terrible. All right, let me get back to this. I just kind of want to set the scene. And I don't mean to get mad because, I just, sorry. Sometimes I just, I can laugh and react. But for me, sometimes as a medical professional, it's very hard for me to see somebody just be so blatantly negligent with their health. It's very difficult to see. And I've met these patients. Don't think I have not. I have a lot of other professionals who come and take the time to make some wonderful comments and thank me for, being a peer and actually calling, because we're tired of this. We have to take care of these people when they come to the hospital, which detracts time from taking away from genuinely sick people, because we're having to take care of people like this, just negligent people. They think it's funny. They don't see it as a problem. They don't understand what a burden it is to every system. Reason why your insurance costs are up, your taxes cost more. So I actually do try to find it problematic. And when people just are so I know there's people that I don't ever want to shame people about their eating, but Chantal is beyond at this point. All right, let's keep going with her nonsense. Healthy. Girl, you got a pot of hummus here. God, she shouldn't even be touching. And what's this over here? Cheese, I'm sure. The hidden cheese. She's got to have cheese there somewhere. Cheese is hidden there somewhere. Where's the cheese? She's got cheese somewhere. I know she.
You get a pickle plate. I'm going to give these greens to Howie. This is the fattoush salad, and I just sprinkle, I think there's a bit of olive oil on it, and then I just sprinkle the lemon on it, and it's so good. Yeah. Half of a chicken, rotisserie chicken, a few fries, some bread, and some fresh strawberry juice.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So first let me give my chicken some cat. Let me give my cat some chicken. Baby cat, say bismillah. She actually likes the breast meat more too. It's weird. Here.
Oh, great.
Come.
Let me see if she wipes
some
it.
pita bread. I love
more
bread?
What's all this bread?
Oh, man.
Yes.
So instead of croutons, they basically put like crunchy pita pieces.
All right. No way you're going to convince me that you laid around in the bed, Chantal, ate this every day, and lost 22 pounds. No, there's no way, and nobody believes you, girl. Nobody believes you. Everybody knows you got like super filters on today. Nobody believes you. And the one reason why you like to be in Kuwait is because you can't get as many people who will take photos of you in the wild as you would in Canada. So you don't get those photos or chances of being seen. So at least in Kuwait, nobody's really going to really take photos of you. So it's only on the times when your video. Oh, that's a lovely place. Did you like that stop there? Do you like my pause game? Look at that. Did you see that? I got it right there with the hummus hanging right there on the side. Oh, I'm sorry, not sorry, Chantal. I at first, at some point when I saw her trying to walk and stuff, I almost had a vague like hope for her to improve her health, which as an RN, I'm going to want everybody to try to improve their health. I always am. I'm going to want people to improve their health. But gosh, she should not be near that hummus. The strawberry juice too. I'm just trying to think where this is full. This is just such lies. There is no way with her not managing her diabetes at this point. If anything, she's putting on weight because the blood sugars, unless her, I mean, it's just she's okay. In my mind, she's just lying. This is just clickbait lies. Okay. And if anybody, this needs to almost be reported to YouTube because I would not want anybody to eat this every day in the thought that they could lose 22 pounds. Ridiculous. Just, she needs to have all eyeballs on this dangerous individual. Josh, that's dangerous. Look, she is filtered to the max, man. Girl, let's go. Let me see you destroy your pancreas.
They have really good hummus.
Oh, that's good. You can't enjoy it. No napkins, I see. Where's the napkins?
They also give you toom, which is like a garlic
girl.
Sauce. Oh, this fattoush.
All right, I'm going to speed her up because she's slow as heck. Let me put it on 1.5. I can't. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. And you're irritating, Chantal.
So
she's gone to 1.5 speed. She was too slow for me. Chips with everything. Absolutely. Those chips don't even look good, man. They look undercooked.
I wanted to kind of talk about something I've been reflecting on again.
All right, I got my notepads.
You know where sometimes you are scrolling and you see just a good piece of advice at the right time, kind of like when I was in Cuba.
No.
And I was having a meltdown. And I was like, what am I doing here? You know?
Okay. Let's talk about the metformin real fast. That's a very good question. So, metformin is not going to be keeping up with somebody's diabetes who is eating at the consistent level that Chantal is, and also is not following any of the advice given to her by her endocrinologist. I had to. So no, I can't see that the metformin would be enough, because metformin is just that's the brand name. The generic name is what's called glucophage. So basically, what the drug does is try to eat the sugar up in the bloodstream. It's trying to combat the amount of sugar. And I don't think with the amount that she is consuming of carbs and fruit juice and the lack of activity, because you need to actually remain active in order to help with the blood sugar, because you got to use the blood sugar up. If you're just sitting there, there's no way with somebody just sitting there and not moving and not burning any energy, not needing to bring that sugar into her muscle cells in order for it to produce any type of real energy, because she's been on, suppose, bed bound, then there's no way you're going to lose weight. Absolutely no way. Not continuing to eat this type of diet. Not if you're eating fruit juice like this, because with type 2 diabetes, you're actually going to gain weight even quicker, because at this point, since she's already got fatty liver or non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, that means that the additional sugar that's in her bloodstream cannot move itself into the cells, and it cannot go to the next place, which it also goes to, which is the liver, because it stores that glucagon in order to be released if you don't have a meal and you just need a little bit of energy to keep you going. So when you're not eating, your liver is releasing sugar throughout the day in order for your muscles and everything to get supplies. And there's different types, whether it's, there's, I'm not going to get into all the gluconeogenesis and glucogenesis and the different things that transpire. But once that liver, which she has that fatty liver disease, which means that she's getting filled with that leftover sugar into that liver, it goes into the other organs. And the one it goes into is the adipose tissue, which is why she's got such a big tummy, because that's the only place where that sugar's got left to go, because it's not being used for anything. So for her to be out here trying to tell folk that she's eating, pita breads and chips and skin chicken and, a salad that, admittedly, the salad probably doesn't have a great deal of calories. And admittedly, she probably could eat a big salad like that with some lemon juice and a little bit of grilled chicken, and she probably could satiate herself full. But she can't be doing the juice. She can't do the hummus. She can't do the pickle. She can't do the chips. She can't do the bread. Pretty much it. And she can have an apple if she wants. That's what she should be eating. So she, unfortunately, is getting all like telling people they can't make documentaries about her because they're not medically licensed. But there's nothing that has ever said in the world, Chantel, that somebody has to have a medical degree to make a documentary about somebody. She says the dumbest stuff, man. She really does. I cannot believe that people actually pay to listen to somebody as uneducated and as unworldly as this blob that sits over here sometimes. I really, some days I have it with her because she's so misinformed. This is dangerous. Whatever she's telling people, let's continue with her lies. But no, a question about the metformin. No, Jamie, it bloody can't.
I had a lot going on in my personal life.
Yes, absolutely.
And I didn't know if I was going to make it, and I was trying to find a way back home early. I saw a quote on social media. It said, the first thing I did when I opened my phone, it was like, you can't escape God's plan for you. Hi. Now, after having done a lot of community posts that I always delete, addressing things that were said by people who don't know shit and who are not deserving of any kind of explanation or of me trying to defend myself. So, you want more? So the first thing I see today is
I thought she was supposed to be a devoutly religious person. Why is she using bad language and why is she talking so hatefully? Because I don't try to call myself a devoutly religious person, and I, do try to remain professional though. I think that you need to mind your language, Chantel. You're just not doing a great job. And then she admits to deleting and putting up. So let's hear to what reason it is while she increases. I'm just anticipating that she's just going to have a diabetic stroke right in front of me, actually. Oh, so there's a cat in there. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And she's no napkins. I keep urging her just to purchase a bag of paper towels. I just use paper towels. You can get them now. They break them up in squares. You don't even need to have it this bad, girl. Let's just continue. But like I said, I just watched. She obviously made it through the video, but I always just see to see if she just like passes out with a diabetic coma by the end of the food. This is insane. Please, if anybody has, seriously, been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, please don't drink the strawberry juice. That's a lot of fruit sometimes in there, and maybe you should only be eating a handful. Strawberries, you just got to be careful with that sugar. So that's a big no. The bread, gosh dang it, white bread, why? So lost 10 pounds. The only thing you lost 10 pounds, girl, is because you got a lobotomy. That's why you lost 10 pounds, girl, because your brain's taking a trip out.
I know I have a lot of cat hair all over me, but if you don't want to be criticized, never say or do anything.
No, that's not right.
Which we all know is true to my case, because if I don't want to be criticized on this platform, I really shouldn't just even be online. I should say nothing, do nothing.
Yep, absolutely. Right.
Because
absolutely. Thank you.
No matter what
exactly
I do,
there. Sorry, can we freeze frame that and cut that and repeat that, please? Absolutely. Absolutely, Chantel. That's exactly what needs to happen. You need to get the F offline. Absolutely. I'm going to have to repeat that, okay? I'm sorry, everybody. Yeah, she's touching the fries and the chicken in her hands. Oh, gross. If you ever watch and want to go back to my horrific reaction to diabetes time in Canada. It's one of the first time I decided to call out this woman's raging diabetes, because I really do care about my diabetic patients. So part of the reason why I shout this stuff out is because I don't ever want anybody to think that any of the nonsense that this woman is up to with this food is good for their health or going to help them lose 10 pounds. Like I said, the only way that she'd lose 10 pounds is if her brain was removed through a lobotomy. That's it. Wouldn't be any other way. Oh, Lord. Yes, she's licking the fingers and, you know, this, that, and the other. I'm going back. I'm going back because she said the biggest nonsense ever. Let's go back to this nonsense. 2 seconds. Oh, that's a great pause face right there. Look at that face. That's her Maleficent face right there. Look at that. That's a great pause. That's my evil Chantel face. I'm going to have to take a, hold on, guys. I got to take a picture of this one. Okay. Sorry. Let's go.
I really shouldn't just even be online. I should say nothing, do nothing. Because as you know, no matter what I do or say, I get criticized for it. So
good. Yeah, absolutely. Drop a yes in the chat if you all believe that even though we have fun laughing at Chantal, we just think that she really should just be offline by now. I mean, like I said, we can go on and react to other things. Obviously, it's, you know, I obviously get a chance, but I promise you, there's other people just, you know, doing all sorts of food nonsense too, Chantal. You just do it with a lot of rage, which makes you more baitable. So we're all out here baiting you, and you're taking the bait. You're taking the bait. Great, girl. So yeah, get offline. That'd be great. Or actually, no. Let's do reverse psychology on Chantel. No, Chantel, please don't leave the internet. What would we do without you? You are our favorite content creator. You are just so likable and kind.
What I need to focus on is not taking the bait and not answering to any of the accusations or drama. I've seen so many disgusting lies told about me in regards to my abuse story. And I'm just like, why am I defending myself against these people? Like, why? These people are irrelevant to my life. Let them talk. Who cares? The real people.
From what I understand, there are a lot of receipts that show that Chantal is using this story not in a ethical way. She is literally, basically, she's lying. That she is, she said some really ugly things about other people too, and her behaviors also don't really ring true for what most victims would be experiencing. So, Chantal, you're a POS. You really are. You really are. And I don't really say that for many people, but you need to be very cautious, because I think a lot of people are starting to smell the BSery around here. And that's not just you we're smelling, girl.
Who know me and support me will never believe their crap. And that's it. So who cares? And that the who cares part, it's not that I care what these people think about me.
Chantal is very educated. She went to the finest schools, and no, I don't want to say anything belittling to Canada, because I think Canada is a great country. So I would never think Chantal was a representation of Canada at all. That's an easier way to shovel food in, is if you have a spoon, you know, using a fork or a salad fork would not get that full bite that Chantal needs to put into her mouth. And that's probably why the other day, when she thought she was giving a great response to Mr. Snowflake, she talked about using a fork and a spoon rather than a fork and a knife, because Chantal doesn't know how to use a knife. And as we know, only toddlers are not allowed to play with knives. That's why Chantal doesn't get a knife to have her dinner.
Is that I feel like I need to answer, and it's like sometimes, you know, pickled carrot. And it's like, no, you don't, Chantal. You don't have to acknowledge these people even exist. Because I feel like that's what they live for. Should trigger me. Let people make up the lies. Let people say what they want. Let people make documentaries. Whatever. Because whether you realize it or not, whether you think you're giving me bad attention, you're still giving my channel attention. So that's how I'm going to look at it.
Look at her. She cited somebody for once.
That's all I can do.
Oh, gosh. No.
In reality, they don't have any power in what they say or do to me unless I let it affect me.
All right, everybody. Drop a 1 in the chat if you think Chantel is affected by what's being said about her. Drop a 1 in the chat because from the look. We got a good pulse game going today. We really do. It just looks like it's some type of Kuwait salad, I believe. It looks like it's got cucumbers and tomatoes, but it looks like there's a lot of oil on it. I think there's like there's some type of dressing on it because, Chantel can't do a dry salad. So I'm sure there's something that's adding, more atherosclerosis to her coronary arteries over here. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. She is just feeling what has she said? I can't get triggered. They're just saying lies. If they make lies up about me, I can't get upset. Girl, you still look like you're eating your feelings over here. You constantly look like you're eating your feelings. Oh my gosh. A 1. Absolutely. She looks pretty. Oh my God. She still looks swollen. I can't take over. Major calorie density. It's just all this. Oh, please. She looks angry. Oh, she's an angry toddler today, man. She hates the fact that she has to come out and do this mukbang because she's got no creativity, but she knows she has to put out content because she's just not making the coin. And she knows if she goes on a live today, she would have been raging at her beezers. She would have had a bunch of comments in there asking her about Mr. Snowflake and what about Mr. Snowflake and what about your reaction to Mr. Snowflake and what happened with. She would not be able to tolerate that, And the fact that Mr. Snowflake is a good-looking man, and I promise you, I grew up in the UK. We got some good-looking men over there, ladies. We really do. There's some fine-looking men over there. Chantel wouldn't know what to do with such a fine-looking man. She wouldn't know. A fine-looking man like Chantel, like Mr. Snowflake, I hate to say it, Chantel, would be kind to you, but, other than that, I don't think he would be looking twice at you, sweetheart. Other than maybe in, rage. She's rage-eating, Kimberly Ann. What's going on, Em? No one wants to know the truth about me. They have no proof. They just speculate. Absolutely, Em. Because Chantel did not post hours of live streamed video on her channel. So there's no proof out there. It's all lies. It's all lies. Them haters. Them's are haters out there. Telling me I'm going to get diabetes. Telling me my health. Be in my business like that. Tell I post out, nonsense to try to get clicks and views into my channel about how you did this diet with a big old pile of food in front of your face and how you lost 10 kilos. Oh my God, girl. Really? That's a clicky bait title. Any time that you put how to do this in 10 days or how to lose weight 15 ways or how I trimmed my belly 14 ways to Sunday, all of those, when I look through to try to see how to make my, obviously, video titles a little bit more clickable without making it clickbait. You are doing the same here because you know this is just nonsense. I have seen there's a lady whose channel I have looked at, and she legit stands there in front of a camera with just knickers and bra on, showing her 300-pound self and how she's losing weight. So you, Chantal, with that big old fupa hanging down there and stuff, you would never stand in front of a camera to really do a before and after. You do these dodgy ass one-footed weigh-ins and then put clickbait titles, to lure people who do have weight trouble, thinking, who do have questions like, what should I eat? People are shown such garbage food, especially in the USA, with the fast food and, the TV companies. I literally had to explain to a 70-year-old that Marie Callender and, Mrs. Stouffer were not his friends, that to eat this food was not good for him. He did not understand. So you're out here doing harm, girl. You're just nasty. Off my soapbox. All right, back to this hateful. I just see this face and I get so mad. Sorry, guys. Harmful. All right,
so that's all I want to say. Obviously, we go around in circles with this because I haven't learned the lesson properly yet. I'm going to try again. Just focus on what's important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I ate this meal pretty much every day when I was healing in bed. Salah would bring me this table and set it up for me. He suggested this meal. I don't love dark meat, but
how does she say the same thing every time about the chicken? Okay. She always mentions about the dark meat. Do you not have another conversation piece? Do you not have anything to say about the flavors melting? Or I don't know. I just cannot believe you're going to consume that hummus. And if you ate that every single day, lying in bed, girl, I still have questions about your bowels moving. I still have questions about, I think you could not have lost 22 pounds. I think you have gained 22 pounds of stool.
I prefer white meat, but it doesn't mean I never eat dark meat. It's cooked well here.
Yeah, nobody wants to see Chantal cooking. This is bad. She looks miserable too. Good. Get off the line. Get off the line.
I would eat most of the salad. Usually, Salah and I would have a whole chicken we would share. With hummus.
All right. I just want to point out this meal that supposedly she's now getting, I guess, the name the husband. Let's just put it clear, in my opinion. I don't think they sat down and shared any meal, or he took half of it and left.
And salad.
She's just dreaming. She's dreaming. She's just making stuff up. Yeah, she's very boring.
But he wanted mansef.
So worldly, so traveled. My nose is so red.
Mansef is a Middle Eastern dish, and it's like sheep meat. It's not really lamb; it's like mutton.
Okay.
Same animal, different age.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying that point. Webster's dictionary over here, you idiot. Sorry. I can't stand her sometimes. I think, and I'm not, I eat a plant-based diet primarily. I think lamb is a very fatty meat. And probably if you do not have a gallbladder, not recommended for you.
And it's cooked in like a fermented yogurt and lamb fat broth. Oh, I didn't even know it was cooked in lamb fat, but it's so good. And then you get this like the yogurt sauce with it's covered in sausage bread with rice. Mm.
Yes. Yeah, most of us, when we have hummus, we might get, a tablespoon or two and, put a little bit there because you have to be careful with the calories on hummus. And because of the garbanzo beans and the tahini sauce and all of that mixed together, it's not always, it's got a lot of carbohydrates, basically. And obviously carbs are sugar at the end of the day. So you have to be careful with that particular hummus, as delicious as it is. But Chantel's not exercising with it either. So I'm just going to let you know that there's no infinite way that somebody as inactive as Chantel or anybody really, should be eating this quantity of food in one day of these types of the hummus. That's too much hummus in a day. This is ridiculous. Oh my God, the fruit juice. I can't. I can't.
But chicken?
I no more back pain. No, sciatica gone.
Excuse me.
No, the sciatica's gone in remission. Because that's what sciatica does.
But chicken, I love it because, especially the way they cook it here.
Hello. I know.
Yum.
Everyone waking up in Europe
I'm going to take some for Harry. Because there's hair inside my ear. Man. I'm hijabi, but I'm going to tell you.
Right, exactly.
Peanut butter makes my jaw click.
Heating the olive oil. Right.
The things I've been doing for my hair.
Yeah, but not a lot of hummus. You can eat a little bit.
Pickled radish.
That's terrible.
I've been using this. It's like a black oil, and it has rosemary oil and some other things in it. The Middle East is really big on black seed oil because the Prophet Muhammad subhanahu wa ta'ala said, black seed is a cure for everything except death. So I put this oil on my scalp and my head. Combining that with collagen I take. I also take vitamin D, a lot of it. Anyway.
I don't mean to laugh every time she mentions that vitamin D, but back to my nurse's state. And I'm appreciating all the great information that Bex is throwing in here. Are you a registered dietitian, Bex? Because you seem to know a lot about it. So, yeah. Why does she have to announce each food she picks up? Because she's got people that pay for her secretly, we allege, think. So she has to pick it. She has to name the food for them. Or maybe it's for her podcast. Who knows? But yeah, there's no way. Oh, jeez. Sound of her eating is creepy and gross. Yes, absolutely. She is. Oh my God. Let me go back and hear what she said. I almost lost my train there. Hold on. I'm just so thrown off at watching this diabetic eat this diet. Hold on.
Subhanahu wa ta'ala said, black seed is a cure for everything except death. So I put this oil on my scalp and my head. Combining that with collagen I take.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right.
I also take.
Okay, that's it. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Yeah, there is some research showing that collagen can be effective potentially. So there is some interesting research coming in more and more on collagen, but I do think it does depend on the type of collagen, the grade of it, the amount. So I think there are some caveats in that. The vitamin D, I just laugh so hard because Cheekbones mentioned it, and then I mentioned it in a video about the fact that that her being inside so much and at the age she is, and how your synthesis of vitamin D changes over time, that she's probably pretty vitamin D deficient over here. And we always think to ourselves, you know, vitamin D levels, get them checked. It can, cause, different complications with immunity, bone health, so forth. Anyway, Chantel now here talking about how much vitamin D she takes all the time. Just like all of a sudden, because I've been watching her, content and for a little bit of time, and obviously a little bit more recently, but it's just she just says that she never watches a reaction channel, and she is out here just getting and picking and finding out pieces of information. Oh, a strong heart keeps your skin young. Yeah, this diet that she's got here, maybe this without all this oil on it, a little bit of hummus. I have a little bit of hummus too, but not daily. You can't eat that much hummus every day and lose weight. That's just bullshit. Sorry, I'm calling it for what it is.
Vitamin D, a lot of it.
There's no way.
Yeah. Anyway, B vitamins. I think I was very vitamin deficient. My hair is different, so
funny, though.
because it kind of like bothers me that people that my image without hijab is up there, but my hair is it's different than what it was. So
okay.
Anyway, it's kind of like you haven't seen my hair.
Because isn't she bald?
Mm.
That's the last time I saw her.
It's so simple.
Oh my God.
Lettuce, tomato, cucumber, olive oil, lemon, pita chips.
Pita chips and the thing. Oh my God. Did we just hear the nightmare for a diabetic in there? Girl. And did you see how much salad she ate? Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's the way the camera's positioned. And it has pita chips in there? Is it more bread? And it's really just, and it's, and to be serious, the nutritional value of those little bit of, vegetables, and the tomato is just more fruit. I mean, the tomato is seeded, and technically, even though we think of it as a vegetable, I think technically it falls into the fruit family. So it's just more sugar. And she loved a tomato, man. Oh, and then it just looks like that might be just some iceberg lettuce, maybe romaine and cucumber. So there's which is just holding a lot of water. Now, not to say that those aren't great snacks throughout the day. And then it's covered in oil, man. Oh, and that much. You couldn't have had just a little bowl of it? No. Sorry, that's just wild, man. Oh. Oh no. No napkins. No napkins. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I just wanted to share with you. Now that I'm able to sit down. Thank God. I would eat a huge meal like this and then basically just a snack late at night.
Oh, sounds so healthy. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Chantal says she doesn't want her eating disorders or EDs out there. Well, the fact that you said you just binge a gigantic meal and then lie around, basically, because that's the part you were stopping yourself from saying. So let me just fill in those words for you, Chantal. You were trying to say, and I lie around for the rest of the day and then snack at night. Sounds like a recipe for your pancreas to cut out on you, girl. This is terrible. She's taken down that salad, though. She's picked through most of that chicken. Those fries are long gone. Whoa. And then she's probably, once off camera very shortly, she'll finish out that hummus with whatever bread she got in that bag, and it'll be done. So will her, and she'll be just crashing into just like a sugar crash. Like you would not believe it. That's why she can't go out and make those walking videos anymore. And I think she pulled something when she stretched up on those monkey balls. I think she already had something. I think when she went out and was trying to show off on those monkey balls and stuff, I think she pulled something worse that night. I think something happened. And she was down ever after that. And she was hobbling too. So something was going on. I still think we need to find out what happened to the foot or the toe, because we've forgotten about the toe. And so she's not walking anymore. She's been seen only in the wheelchair. And I do wonder, she said she stubbed that toe and lost the toenail, I believe. And she laughed about losing the toe. Or the toenail, sorry, and stubbing the toe. And so I always wonder what happened to that toe, because with her diabetes and how her diabetes is managed and how she's not going to have any control on healing for that foot. And she's not getting foot checks. She's not doing anything that somebody who has type 2 diabetes should be doing. She does nothing. Nothing. This is what's so wild with this woman. She's so dangerous. She's not out here demonstrating to people, oh, I just, learned, which she should have learned a long time ago. I have type 2 diabetes. Let me find out what's the best way to care for myself. No, she's defiantly going to eat this stuff. As I've always said to you, Chantal, the only person who's going to get harmed at the end of the day, sweetheart, is you. I've seen it before, and I can promise you, okay? I used to work end of life, okay? Now, there's going to be a couple of things that's going to happen to you because you just are on the path. And I just know it is going to happen. You're either going to have a cardiac arrest. I hate to say it, and I do apologize for that, because you're unmanaged with your type 2 diabetes. You're continuing to eat like this. And that blood sugar also helps form atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease. So you're already getting that. It's happening. And then I saw that you smoked cigarettes and all sorts of other stuff. So, and then you took cocaine, pardon my French. You are definitely going to have heart issues. You do not get dental care. Diabetes affects you from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. You're not getting foot checks. You are going to have to do a visa run sooner or later, and you're going to be hurting on the next one. It's going to get worse and worse. Your back, your kidneys are not going to be able to take it after a while. Girl, you're going to be on dialysis at some point if you're not watching yourself. I bet you don't check your blood pressure. You know what the current guidelines are? 120/80. That's they want you under that. I doubt you're 120 under 80. The little bits of medication, the vitamin B12 injections that you supposedly get, I don't think you're getting even half the care that you need. Certainly not getting any dental checkups. She's a mess. God, this is what rolls into the hospitals, guys. Okay, so think about yourself. You're a Canadian nurse. You got somebody who's not paying their taxes, and then you roll up into the hospital and you expect to be taken care of after you just binged ate a bunch of nonsense. This is why I just think this person is appalling. Drain on the healthcare system, girl.
But like hours later.
She's the type that I'd let you ring the bell for 10 minutes. Ignore it.
My husband would
ignore that bell.
Prepare it for me. And it was delicious.
Yes, we got a dialysis B-salt coming. She's going to be footloose.
I eat quite a bit of pita.
Free.
It doesn't seem to like spike my blood sugar because I think it's because I'm eating it combined with a lot of fiber in the hummus and protein.
Ah! Oh, let me hear this again. Hold on. Let me hear clinician Chantel tell the world how she eats like garbage and controls her blood sugar. Lies. Absolute effing lies. Sorry. Lies. Liar. Sorry, I can't with her.
It's very satisfying. It has like all the food groups, even fruit. Just blended strawberries.
All right, let me go back.
My juice the other day, my MukBang came frozen. I was like, what?
Oh, I got it. Hold on.
A lot of fiber in the hummus and protein.
Oh, here it is. Hold on. Sorry, going back.
Prepare it for me.
Fair 200 be a good number? Be lucky to get
delicious.
200. I believe.
I eat quite a bit of pita. It doesn't seem to like spike my blood sugar because I think it's because I'm eating it combined with a lot of fiber in the hummus and protein.
Oh, really? Really, girl? Really? You don't think that hummus not spiking your blood sugar too? And that those oils? And that sugary drink? God, you're the dumbest person I've seen on the internet. Literally. Yeah, I guess you know better than pathology. Jesus Christ. Sorry. Yeah, there is an amputation bee coming up. Don't make money from it. Don't you worry. She'll blame
Very
Snowflake for it.
Satisfying. It has like all the food groups, even fruit.
Idiot. Sorry.
Just blended strawberries. My juice the other day, my MukBang came frozen. I was like, what? Because they say fresh juice on the menu.
Oh, there we go.
I don't want to waste any chicken.
Well, thanks for joining us all the way from Canada, Pam. We appreciate you being here and letting us know that if she stays out of Canada, she's going to lose her ability to get health insurance. So she's really running out of options out here. Oh, she's going to need options. She's not going to suddenly. Chantel has done so much damage to her organs at this time that she needs a miracle, because she's going to be, even if she got her weight down and started to actually give up about her health, she's going to have had so much damage already done. She's still going to have a fallout. It's just not going to be as fast as this because she don't care. So she's not managing anything. So we get to watch somebody just not manage their health and then still try to claim that she lost weight and ate this, which we know she is just full of it. It's a clickbait title. It should be reported. It's terrible. Terrible. You're a terrible person, Chantal. She's still living. Oh, don't worry. She won't be long. In my professional opinion.
I'm done.
Wrong like this. She won't be able to. Oh, I can't take it. Oh, my Canadians. Hello.
This whole meal was like,
Yeah, Chantel tells lies, but unfortunately, she can't tell lies about what we just watched her consume. And promise you, I've worked with a lot of diabetics. lot of diabetics. Cardiac disease and diabetes go hand in hand. And I have tried to counsel people and work with people to get them to improve their portion sizes, understanding food, processed food, what to eat. That's just processed bread there. For this woman to be out here trying to say that that pita doesn't spike it, full of garbage. All you have to do is look at how many carbs are on that package and sugar, literally the carbs on there. We know how much sugar's in there. And we already know her pancreas is not working. So how she is able to like take that piece of pita and translate that into actually, blood glucose that's used for energy and not stored as fat is impossible at this point. She don't have like a special body that her body is like taking these carbs and doing something different. Your blood sugars still spike. The hummus isn't doing anything to that. You've not been showing a blood sugar lately because your blood sugars are outrageous. Wouldn't be surprised if it's not part of why you've got the puffiness going on. Girl, you look a mess. I bet if I actually saw her in person and not filtered, I'd be shocked and horrified. All right, let's keep going. She's not got much longer left. And then we'll call it a night. God, did she just throw that? Did she have a tomato in her hand and she just like threw it into the container? Hold on. She's just so bad. Girl, where's your napkins? You're nasty. I think she did. Oh, God.
This whole meal was like,
Oh, she did.
Either 1 kg.
Oh, did you see that?
50 fills. The delivery.
Okay, let's hope she doesn't eat from that salad bowl because she just like had a piece of tomato that was like on her lap and she took it and found it on her lap and then threw it back into her salad container. So I'm guessing she's done with the salad. She had 3 pieces of tomato left. She already picked through that chicken. That poor chicken got nothing left on it. She picked that chicken, but we know that Chantel can always use a carcass to make some spaghetti. So that carcass still could have a life, guys. That carcass, she don't want to waste even a bone in there. Hummus, it's got a lid on it, but she's not done with that hummus. That hummus is about to get cleared away. Oh, you love my personality? Well, thank you, Patricia. I get a little bit salty when I see Miss Chantel over here trying to tell diabetics that this is a good meal to eat. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm funny. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Good. I hope so. I try to be funny. I try to give everybody a little bit of a laugh because we need it in this world, in this day and age. And Chantel is such nonsense. At least we can get a laugh from her. Yes, we have to, because this woman is going to be, oh my goodness. I mean, she is full of lies. I'm sorry. I don't mean to, sorry, I will turn my camera this way a little bit better. I don't mean to burst your bubble, Chantel, but there is no, this is just such a clickbait title. There's no way that anybody, oh no, Donna, hold on. We got to bring this up. I'm type 2. Oh, 7 months ago. Try my best to eat low carb and only on 500 milligrams of right. Okay. Well, good for you. Sugars. Excellent. You don't want to end up like Chantel, Donna. Why wouldn't you? She's living the life over here. We're all jealous haters. We would have no lives if it weren't for Chantel. Well, I'm very proud of you, Donna. Well done. Let's all give her a round if you want to give a little round of applause to Donna. That's excellent. Well, I appreciate you being here, sharing that with us. You're doing wonderful. You're doing excellent. I'm so glad you're listening to your doctors because you do not want to have the fallout from diabetes. You really don't. It's the good news is with diabetes, if they catch it early enough, it can be reversed. And you don't have to become insulin dependent. And at some point, you can just become what they call diet controlled. And maybe you stay with metformin on those doses and you just stay diet controlled, as they call it. And there may be a point where, as you get older, your appetite starts to be less than it is. And you don't even need the metformin anymore. and you're just what they call diet controlled, because obviously your diet changes over time. And you therefore save your pancreas, and you save your ability to create insulin and, be able to use it a little bit more effectively. But you have, obviously adding some exercise and making sure that you're getting out there and walking and adding exercise is going to be obviously a big help to that too. And I'm sure you're doing that as well, Donna. So that's excellent. Well done, Donna. Chantel don't know how to do that. Chantel she has no inspiration. She would never be able to admit that she's made a mistake, that she's done anything wrong, that she can't do it right, that this isn't a healthy meal. She's deluded if she thinks that pitta and hummus is not spiking her blood sugars combined. She's absolutely deluded. So please don't listen to that. What's my diet, S-Log? What? So I'm like Bex, who was here giving some great information too. I follow primarily a plant-based diet. And I started when I was 14 years old. I became a vegetarian. And so I was laughed about being a vegetarian, because I was a vegetarian. I became a vegetarian when I was like, I want to say I was like 15, 16 years old. And I'm 55 this year. So I stopped eating meat a long time ago. And that was just, I never really liked it. That was my personal choice. I did eat a little bit of seafood here and there. But yeah, and then at one point I went, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I went primarily plant-based. So I don't really don't eat any cheese and stuff, any of that stuff. And that was just because, just different things that I had read and researched for me personally. And this is obviously just in my situation. I found when I went into menopause that it stopped me from getting hot flashes once I took all the dairy and stuff away. Just sort of, I don't know if it was just coincidental, but I have read research about it too. So that kind of helped me with that. I do have to obviously monitor my lab work and stuff. So I always say, if you're obviously making sort of big diet changes, that you monitor your lab work and make sure that your doctor knows and that you're following a physician. And that's something that I do to make sure that, everything as far as my nutrient balance is correct. But I do really try to make sure that I eat a lot of fresh grains, and I follow primarily what I would also call a Mediterranean style plant-based diet. So that's kind of, I guess, the best way to describe it. Yeah. You don't know if you could give up the cheese. I didn't know if I could either. But once I actually stopped eating cheese and started to just I actually now think I would find it very difficult to eat cheese. I would think I would find it. My, heart failure kind of ran in my family too. And my other grandmother had diabetes. So I kind of got really particular about what I've ate. The good thing is I don't really fluctuate with my weight a great deal. I've managed to maintain the same weight for many, many years without really having to feel restricted and have, been able to enjoy sort of light exercise. I used to be a competitive runner. I used to do a lot of distance running. But anyway, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've been to Wisconsin. Oh, I promise you. I did not think I could ever give up cheese. I promise you. The cheese was difficult. It's not been easy. It's not been easy. But there's also really good, like, cashew based, and I can't get a lot because I'll go nuts on it. So, I mean, that's always been one of my philosophies is if I don't keep it in the house, then I'm not going to eat it. And if I keep it in the house, then those are the choices I'm going to make. So if I fancy something sweet, then I'll have an apple, like I love the Honey Crisps. I'll have a little apple and maybe a tablespoon of butter with it. Peanut butter, sorry, not butter, peanut butter. I don't have butter. I have a little bit of plant butter. And, one of the things I love to do is like make, anyway, I won't get into the cooking channel, but there's a really,
it's also a very affordable meal
potato hash
compared to if you eat local.
Oh, good for you.
From like, American chains like Chili's, TGI Fridays, or something like this. When we went to TGI Fridays, we spent how much was it? It was expensive.
I actually don't eat eggs anymore. I don't eat eggs. I use flax meal instead if I need to have an egg binder.
It was like almost $100.
Or tofu.
Like subpar.
Tofu makes excellent scramble. So I love to make tofu scramble. And if you add nutritional yeast and a little bit of smoked paprika, a little turmeric, there's a way, a little oatmeal. I have a way. It's really quick. I love to make a tofu scramble. Oh my gosh. So yeah, there's other things that you can do to replace egg. Real easy. And you can even slice it and kind of batter it in a certain way. I do that. You make little egg slices. Oh, there's all sorts of ways to do tofu that makes it tasty.
Or food.
Oh, the groceries? Oh, the groceries went to the trash. Oh, it's still sitting in the fridge because she don't clean.
Anyway,
she's done.
I guess that's it for this video. Thank you for having dinner with me and listening to me. So I'm gonna try again to just, I don't care. And honestly, I don't want people like that in my chat. You know, I heard your mama say, I don't even care if you have 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people in your chat. I don't want any of those people in my community. And it's so true. I don't want any negative people in my chat. Stay away from me. If you're just coming in to instigate and to say, did you see what this person said? I'm just going to block you. I'm sorry. But even if you're a member, because what I need to protect now is just the vibe of my channel and staying away from triggers. So if you're purposely coming into my chat to do that, you have issues and I'll just block you. So just be warned. All right, guys. So that is it for now. And yeah. Oh, I was filling. It's so satisfying, really. And you don't feel gross after eating.
She's still got a minute to go. So let's just address. She's the negative people. Yes, she's the negative. She's and so to go through. Oh, yes. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, look into it. There is research that does show. There was a research study in Germany that showed that potentially there is a benefit to women going through menopause and, having less dairy in their diet. So just look into those studies. I always say look into those studies. Oh, you have a question, Em? Okay. The dean of my edu was guest teaching. He was a runner and he said his heart was too strong. Yes, it is. Okay. So yes, let me try to express some of this. So what can happen in the running community is that people can get too into the sport. They get obsessive. I mean, I have met really obsessive runners. I started my time running when I was a little girl in England, and I ran track and cross country throughout school and ran right up into adulthood until recently. I kind of just stopped running. It was when I had started to have leg problems. But anyway, back to the heart. So obviously, when you're putting that much cardiovascular effort onto your, because it's great for building up your cardiovascular strength. That's why you run. But you can actually become you can start to get it so your heart becomes so cardiovascularly strong that your heart rate starts to get really, really, really low. And so your heart rate starts to get quite low. And even though there is a benefit to having a lower heart rate, there can be times where it's too low. So you're just, it's not pumping the blood around quick enough around the pace and the rate of the heart is just too slow. Then you can actually get a rhythm called atrial fibrillation. It's not unusual for runners to then have a change in their electrical function within inside of the heart and move it from normal sinus rhythm into the atrial rhythm. So going from the sinus node to the atrial node kind of messes up the beat of the heart. So there are a number of things that can come about, and that could become potentially because you become too hypervagally toned. So I apologize if I used a lot of medical language there, but it's like anything. I mean, they do say to do everything in moderation. So yes, that's why it was too strong. So yes, there is a thing. You can't do too much cardiovascular exercise too. Yeah. No more running so you don't get a buff hole. So you don't get a buff hole. Yeah. Well, you should. I mean, it's okay to do a little bit, but it's these people who are out here. I mean, these ultra marathon runners doing 200 miles and stuff. I mean, it gets to the point. It's like everything. I always feel like we just can't do everything. Everyone has to take it to the extreme because that's what gets, attention and notoriety. So if you do anything to the extreme, just like Chantel eating this huge meal in front of all of us, if you do anything into the extreme, then you're going to get recognition. And so for people to be able to make themselves, sometimes I don't know if it's just an obsession or people who are very goal oriented or very competitive. They always have to do that extra. Oh, was that interesting? Oh, well, I'm glad. I hope so. But yeah, there's all sorts of, it can be. Not that I don't want people exercising, but it's a whole different level. It's a whole other level. These guys. All right. So Chantel's basically said over here, never had a favorite reaction. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Thank you. Yeah, I try to do this a little bit differently. Oh, yeah. No, yeah, I had no hormone replacement either. I didn't do any hormone replacement. Once I got off the milk, this is just my personal anecdote, I stopped having like hormonal sweats. Like I had horrible hyperhidrosis, as they would call it. I would just stand there and I would be pouring with sweat. It didn't help that I was living in the US southern states traveling as a nurse at the time. So that didn't help either. So I'd just be pouring with sweat. So yeah. So Chantel, of course, is trying to tell her people that all of these things are healthy. She didn't mention how many carbs were in the pita bread, how many carbs are in the hummus. How could that potentially lower your blood sugar? She just said for her. She's just lying to these people out there. Hopefully there's some people. Yes, yeah, cow milk has estrogen, exactly. And that's part of what is part of hormone replacement therapy. So one of the things that I understand is if you have a uterus, then when you do hormone replacement therapy, you need to have a combination of estrogen and progesterone. You cannot just do estrogen. And then if you do not have a uterus, you can do it with just estrogen. And you can only do it for a certain amount of time and stuff. There's sort of, but they've stopped all the studies on hormone replacement therapy because the risks of the replacement therapies were outweighing the benefits. But for some things like, helping to prevent cardiovascular disease and stuff, there is potential for that. So, I mean, it's a conversation that every individual, I think, needs to have with their healthcare provider when they start to get to that time. And that's something that I think everybody who's just don't ignore it, ladies. I know, it's good to kind of go through it on your own, but it is worth, mentioning it to your care provider and just making sure there are options because there are options out there. So, yeah. It doesn't in Canada? Yeah. Okay. I was hormone free. Oh yeah, but I hate milk. Yeah, there's some that you can purchase that are hormone free. Yeah, but I just, I always say to myself, you can't eradicate everything. It's like decaf coffee. You can't kick it all out. And there's a reason why somebody gets milk. And that's to fatten up a little baby. And whether it's a human milk or a baby cow. So I just never can understand once you reach a certain age, why are we trying to do things that are not really at that stage of life? Why are we drinking milk? It's not really, I would think, beneficial at a certain age. I don't know. That's just, oh yeah, you like the almond milk? I love the oat milk. Oat milk's my favorite. Okay. All right. I'm not trying to preach, to anybody, about how I eat to how anybody else eats. Chantel looked miserable though. She really looks miserable. And she is very upset with the reaction channels. She's on just a full-blown rage at the moment. I mean, her rage is getting all eyeballs on her. I feel like we're getting to a rage crescendo with her because she's got people coming at her from every direction. And she keeps trying. She used to always be able to say that she had no experts pointing anything out to her. So she's very careful about using the word doctor now only. She doesn't want to mention me. And Chantel, I have over a year into graduate studies on my Masters of Science in Nursing. So I am starting to become master's prepared. So I'm not a complete, just, not somebody who does not understand how medicine and the body works. So please stop lying to people out here. I might have to now that I've actually reacted to your stuff, I'm going to have to put a content warning. I'm going to actually have to report this to YouTube for this one because this is bad. So yeah. All right, let's listen to her last minute and let her finish up. She hates the haters. She hates the reaction
because it's like healthier, like natural food. All right.
Healthy, natural food.
And thank you to all of those who have requested a Valentine's cameo.
Oh, gosh, Chantel, you ate a packet of processed bread over here. Right here, girl. Where is that natural? Where is that natural? It's probably, enriched, bleached flour over here. There's nothing natural about enriched white flour. Nothing. Or juiced out strawberry juice. Or just nonsense. Gosh, okay. Lies.
I have been having fun making them for you guys, and I'm glad you enjoy. Yeah, it means a lot. So if you want to get your cameo before Valentine's Day, just keep in mind, I have, I think, 3 days to complete them.
Does she sound like she's got a cold or something? I thought at one point she almost was crying when she was talking about having people dislike her and how she doesn't care. We know she cares. We know she cares. That's why she out here saying she don't care. Chantel, I'm going to tell you something. When you say you don't care about something, that's a really big sign that you care. Okay? That's one of the things that as we get older, you start to learn when somebody says they don't care, they care. So everybody, what do you think to my new glasses? Because I have new glasses on today. I used to have the black and they're supposed, I'm trying to figure out, they're supposed to be anti-glare. So they're supposed to stop the light with the light in front of me kind of blaring in my eyes. All attention is good attention for her. Absolutely, Cozy J. All attention is good attention for Chantel. She doesn't care if it's negative or bad, or she doesn't care. And none of it's true, though, because it's all lies. Didn't you know we're all liars out here? I'm lying. Take her off the screen, Reality Chica. Well, she's still got a minute left to go. Let's see what she finishes out with.
So I try to do them as soon as I can. If you want a 24-hour one, you have to request a 24-hour one. It's a bit more expensive, but I do it right away. And then for the last minute kind of thing. But I get a large influx of cameo requests right before holidays. So if you want one, make sure it's at least 3 days before Valentine's Day. Otherwise, it'll have to be like a 24-hour request. So yeah, something different, something different for a gift. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Okay. Let's take a look at her chat real quick. See what comments came into her thing. So I'm going to scroll up and take a look because she's telling people that you think my specs are stylish? Thank you. Yeah, I'm not going to say what brand because I don't want to sound posy. But I did get designer specs. I did. They look good. Thank you. Yeah. I saw Kate Moss looking like she had a pair on that was similar. And I felt jealous. So, okay. Wow. She's almost got 5,000 views on here. She's got 64 comments. So let's take a quick peek-see at what people have just said. First person, 66 likes. What you just ate is more than 2 full shawarma wraps with all that pitta. And the pitta is fattoush, hummus, chicken, torn, fries. Just remember that, girl, that white pitta turns into sugar. The carbs are unnecessary for weight loss. Hot. If you did only protein and veg / salad, wow, you'd see a huge difference. Isn't that just what I said? That we kind of needed her to cut back from the bread. All right. This person's saying that they lost 320 pounds. Portion size. You think the people who came on here realize that Chantel is full of, when she says that she lost over 20 pounds eating what she was eating? You think the people commenting? And of course, you know, tomorrow morning, my plan is obviously to sit down and take time to answer all the comments that people have been so kind to leave on my channel. And I love reading them all. In fact, I've been wanting to do a piece where I just kind of show people's comments, because some of the stuff people say is just great. And I really want to share it. Great advice too. This person's like, she's trying to tell her palm size, regardless of what type of food it is. See, this lady doesn't understand that you don't tell Chantel to take a palm size. You tell Chantel to eat the hubcap, and then she'll eat a palm size. You got to go the opposite with her. She says, I have an ED. I have to sit at a table when I eat food so I can focus on not overeating. See, this is way too sensible of advice. You see, this is what Sweaty doesn't understand. Sweaty don't understand that she's making way too much sense for Chantel. Any type of diet loss that Chantel needs is vitamin D and sunning her off. Because didn't she say she was going to lose it through the sun or something? I have to sit at a table. Okay. Big bites. Yes. Oh, here she goes. Okay, I have to read this bullet. Sorry. Okay, let me read properly. I'm reading and laughing and losing my chat here. Okay. If you watch this back, you are taking very big bites and not chewing very much. Well, Sweaty, that's because we think she actually has an infected tooth. And the reason why she has to shove the food to the back of the throat is because that swollen side has got an infected tooth that she refuses to have seen by a dentist. Anyway, because she's scared of the dentist, probably. Not good. So she says here, and not chewing very much so you can have another bite right away. It's almost like you are rage eating. She is rage eating. Changing eating habits is one of the hardest things to do because you have to eat to survive. Slow down. Measure your portions. See, Sweaty, you're making way too much sense. Let's get to the next one. Did you check that drink to see how much sugar is in it? You should not be eating or drinking anything over 5 grams sugar, preferably sugar-free. Oh, this person's a smiling yum, yum. But why the fries and bread? Unnecessary calories. There is plenty of food without that. Heart. Okay, what's what Rocky got here? I think it's hysterical that people are so conditioned to still think that restricting certain food is helpful in weight loss. The only thing that actually matters is calories in and calories out. That's it. Well, Rocky, let me tell you, not all calories are created equal. A cookie calorie is not the same as a sweet potato calorie, and they can both be 100 calories. So, Rocky, I think you got to get a thumbs down from me. All right. Somebody said that the food looks very good and healthy. Your makeup is pretty. Well, that only got 3 likes. And the person underneath who gets 99 likes said, this is a diabetic nightmare. Oh, God. No. Please don't. No. Somebody's on a 4 to 5 day water fast, please. No. Please don't just, unless you're under the guise of a doctor, please don't just go around and put yourself on a water fast, please. Please. That's just not good. It's not good. Okay? It's dangerous to your body. Just talk to your doctor before you do something insane like that. Thank you. All right. Love it, but without the fries would be better for you. Or bread. Not both. Yeah, none of it. Oh, gosh. Oh, beautiful Chantel. Love. Blah, blah, blah. You're boring. Okay. You do you at your pace and choosing. Questions about the delicious veg dish. Oh, gosh. That got 4 likes. Somebody who got 25 likes said no more reactions. They are your strength. So it's amazing. Anybody who actually says anything positive on Chantel's channel in the comments gets 4 likes. Anybody that says you look like you're about to be a diabetic nightmare gets 99. So, yeah, I would agree. Get off the internet. Uh-oh, you're making sense here. Don't do this, Jennifer. You can't make sense in Chantel's world, okay? This is going to be taken off. I was told by a nutritionist that when the fruit is juiced, it spikes the blood sugar faster than just eating it. You're absolutely right, Jennifer. And your nutritionist is small. She said it was better to have a small amount of fruit to eat than to have it juiced or in smoothies. Absolutely. She also said that there are studies with a cup of beans a day over time improves blood sugar. I care enough to mention these things because I don't want you to be at dialysis. Oh, funny. We just talked about dialysis. Like my mother-in-law. I also lost an aunt to diabetes because dialysis was too rough on her body. Yeah, and I'll let you know too that one of the worst deaths that I've ever had to witness as an inpatient hospice nurse, and I worked at a specific inpatient facility for patients who were really suffering at end of life in cases that they couldn't be managed at home anymore. And dialysis patients were about the worst I ever saw. Because once you switch that dialysis off, they're not often urinating. It's bad. Just going to let you know. Probably about the worst. About the worst next to lung, heart failure. There's a lot of cancer. Obviously, some of the cancer ones are horrific. Absolutely horrific. Dialysis patients up there, though. Just letting you know. I'm hoping nobody's on dialysis. And if you are, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry I let you know that it's not great at the end. Just, I'm sorry. All right. I miss the BB era. Those days were so fun. Wow. Girl, that was a long time ago. I got 1 like. Okay. What else you got here? Oh, skip the fries and drink water. 1 bread. Well, she really shouldn't have bread. What else we got here? People saying, people talking about this stuff. All right. Do you have a good hummus recipe? Chantel don't know how to make hummus. I used to actually make my own hummus, but Chantel don't make hummus. She would never know how to make that. Oh, that's fantastic. You're killing it. Screw the haters. Not literally. Ew. You're the star of Girl World, and they're just all jealous. AF. Keep doing you. Well, that's what Life by Jen kept doing too. She kept doing herself as well. All right, guys. Why did she keep deleting everything she posts? Well, this is just my opinion. And my nose is really red because I don't poke Q-tips inside your nose if you just had a septal deviation repair, people. Make your nose mad. She deletes things because she has no emotional control. So she gets ragey and posts something out and then realizes that she shouldn't post that thing out and then she deletes it. So that's why she does that, because she's not very mature. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love hummus too. Oh my gosh, I do too. And that hummus looked really good. Don't get me wrong. I love hummus too. But the problem for Chantel is you cannot be telling type 2 diabetics that they can be out there every day eating that way and they're going to be okay. And I think the first people that get into her chat are literally people saying, this is wild. And then after, there's a few beezers will come in. But the beezers, the likes on the people saying that she's, what are you doing? Because she keeps trying to tell people, because there's people that are, like I said, always new coming into YouTube and finding people's content. constantly every day. Older and older people are starting to be shown by their families how to use YouTube, and they're much more confident with technology than other generations were, maybe older generations before. So they're happily coming onto YouTube, and then they're finding Chantel thinking she's this poor woman trying to struggle with her weight. And I meet so many of these people through my work who really feel like lonely and defeated and in situations where they feel helpless with the food. And she is not the person to go to. She is the opposite person to go to. So anyway, I'm just looking forward to when Mr. Snowflake finally releases this video of his. I really am. I am looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing a little bit more, because I don't think I could have the time to get into the depths of Chantel's nonsense. I'm just trying to keep it to what it is currently as far as her health, and trying to find some of the things about some of her health along the way, because it gives me a better idea of what her prognosis is going to be with her health, as long as I know what the diagnoses are. And she's just doing nothing to take care of herself. I mean, she, like I said, she doesn't move enough. So, I mean, if you're not drinking enough water and you're not moving, she's not moving. She cannot be moving her bowels frequently. And if she had that C diff, she's cannot wake up in the morning and feel like a lot of us do, where you just get out of bed, you spring up, you're ready to get going, take the dogs out, like after this, I've been hanging out with you guys, having a great time watching Chantel kill out her pancreas every time I watch another mukbang. My dog's snoring away over here, and we're going to go take a quick walk before bed, You were a hospice CNA for 6 years. Oh, so you know what it's like. You've seen it too, then. Absolutely. You've really seen it. Absolutely. It's really sad. It's very sad. I don't think that people realize with these conditions that a lot of them are like lifestyle conditions. Just, we take death so out of the home, and it is a lot more intense of a process than, so when Chantel is here, just say, oh, I'll die and all this. I don't think she realizes sometimes you just don't die. It can be a long and lingering death with a lot of pain involved in it. So it's not just like you just go to sleep one night. That's for like little older folks, Somebody like Chantel, you could go out in a heart attack. That's potentially true. That would be the one way you do go out. Just boop with a heart attack. Anyway. But otherwise, it's, the other, if you get heart failure, it's not fun. It's really not fun. You saw yeah. It's terrible. It's terrible. It really is. It's hard. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I'm so sorry. Your aunt, they both had cancer. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Reality Chica. It was hard work. I asked about this issue. She isn't moving. You need to move. Yes, you absolutely do. You have to move your bowels. I mean, you have to literally make movement to help move them. You can't be sedentary like that. That's why when people are in wheelchairs and so forth, they have to have a certain amount of laxatives. You can't just be sitting in a wheelchair and not have laxative. You have to have laxatives to make sure that you are moving your bowels frequently. So if she keeps talking, is that why she's so obsessed about the fiber? In order to get her bowels moving? Because that's going to be, helping. But you're going to have to drink water with that too. And you're still going to have to move. You're going to have, if she's not moving, she's going to have to take a laxative. No other way. Probably 2. Because you can't hold your bowels like that. If you go past 3 days and you haven't moved something, then you need to either take something if you know to take something, or you need to see a doctor. Because that's not that's bad. It's real bad. And it actually can cause you to have a lot of pain. So when she talks about that lower back pain, I know a lot of people think about her kidneys, just knowing how much she eats and how little she moves. I always say that my thought is that she's holding stool back there. Because if you take stool out, I promise you the pain will go. So I wouldn't be surprised if she's not blocked up like a mofo up there. Seriously. I mean, seriously. I don't think she moves anything correctly. It must be so uncomfortable. I would hate to be Chantel in her body. Absolutely. Oh, oh, God. Can you imagine having gastroparesis there? She got, oh, God. I don't even want that. All right, guys. Let me take my big old red nose off. She probably has a bowel every 3 months. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, she probably has about, well, if she's every 3 days, that would still be okay. If she moved every 3 days, that would be okay. But she went past 3, and then the question is when she moves, does she evacuate it? The size. Oh, Rocky. Went to hospital with pneumonia and emphysema. Okay. Smoker then, potentially. Or through emphysema can also be from getting it in atmospheric work like environments too. So it can come in different ways. And with kidney, then a heart attack. Oh, I'm so, yes, suffered. Absolutely. Suffered. And you try to help them with their pain. Could have that being also cancer? Should probably check. Oh gosh. God, that absolutely. I mean, yes, potentially. I mean, depends if it's mistake. If I would have thought she would have been losing more weight if she had anything like that with colon cancer. I would have thought she would have been doing like Jessie Lee Ward did, that she started to lose a lot of weight suddenly because you just aren't absorbing enough nutrients. So I don't know if that would be the case. I'm still thinking more that she's holding something back there, or her kidneys are feeling it from the blood sugars. Or both. I mean, Chantel a hot mess. Chantel can have both going on. I can sit there all and do case studies on Chantel. She needed blood work. Oh, she does it. She says she does it. She does? Okay. All right. Good to know. No gallbladder. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's never, well, that could also be a problem too. Because if you're going too frequently like that and you're not really eating a nutritionally dense meal, she could be taking out a lot of her electrolytes. So she could actually be making herself nutrient deficient that way. So, I mean, that's the thing about the body. There's so many different things that can lead to it doing something. And everything is kind of interwoven. So it's not all these separate things. Everything is interconnected to everything else. And the more you kind of look and study and read about the complexities of the human body, you just realize not to take it for granted. And she's just so flippant when she just said, I'll just die one day. I just don't think she knows what it's really like. So yeah, nutritional deficiency. Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, I know some of you are waking up on other parts of the globe, and I'm going to be going to sleep on this part of the globe. So thank you all for enjoying an evening with me. I'm going to keep trying to read so I can remain being a better and smarter reactor at the end of the day. Reacting is hard. And cheerio from East Anglia. Oh, that's a beautiful part of the country over there. I had a lot of friends who were from East Anglia when I went to the University of Hertfordshire, so I wasn't too far from East Anglia. We're getting very British over here. All right. It's been a decade since actually she felt healthy. A decade. Oh. Gosh, you're welcome. Gosh, it's de nada, reality chica, de nada. Well, she doesn't look healthy at all. And she's getting very upset with the British contingency at the moment. The Union Jack is waving strong on coming after this Canadian, unfortunately. Sending out the Canadian Mounties. Where are the Canadian Mounties when we need them? Are you originally from Teesside? Oh, Middlesbrough. Well, look at you go. Now in Canada. My goodness. I had a friend of mine from Middlesbrough. When you go to university, all your mates are from all over the country. It doesn't take a... Well, thank you, guys. God save the king. I know. Prince Charles has cancer. And then, and I don't even know what type of cancer I don't think they said what type of cancer he has. Is William going to be king already? Is Charles literally going to be king for like a year? I have no idea. We could get into a full royal talk here. All right. Let me just say good night to everybody. All right. Well, thank you all for joining me. We've been 2.5 hours on this stream. That's a pretty decent amount of time. Thanks to you for, it's prostate? Oh, that's not too bad. I've dealt with a lot of prostate cancer. They usually, the treatment's not great. Depends. Okay. I'll let you know. For prostate cancer, poor old Prince Charles is going to have his rectum radiated. That's you, and they take medications too. But that's usually the course, because I worked as a nurse for a while and traveled and did different things. But part of my experience has been in radiation oncology, and that's not fun. No, it's bad. And I remember the poor patients would have to get checked by the radiation oncologist. And there's only one way to check a prostate, unfortunately. And so, and these poor men, because she and I would be, there to obviously, chaperone. And we'd have to have pastors, all sorts of different professional men. Very bad. Poor things. I feel sad. So, I hope he gets better soon. All right. I see us. Everyone's going. I'm losing my energy. Just one last thing. Take care of yourselves, everybody. And if I can say anything, just make sure that you do not do what Chantel did and eat a bloody plate like that. Even if you're not a diabetic, I would never recommend eating that much food at any one setting. All right, everybody. We'll see you at the next live. Take care. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I loved it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.